You know, so I basically kind of did this really simplistic thing where I sort of said, I like him, I think, Obama, and so if he says we should do it, then I say yes, we should do it. I don't really know what's in it. And when Sarah Palin, who became sort of the voice of opposition, when she would talk, I would say to myself, well, I don't really like her. She says we shouldn't do it. I disagree. But it was just that immature and non-fact based, to be totally honest with you. I mean, I just never believed the things that she said. I mean, you know, I know that people have done awful things to one another throughout human history, but at the same time, she just wasn't able to scare me with those words. I never believed for a moment that there was one piece of paper, not one proposal anywhere that ever had a chloroforming grandpa day. I just won't believe it. And I don't think anyone ever wanted us to all use the same rectal thermometer. I just don't think so.
Oh my God, gross.
That's pretty much how I do it. It's not real intelligent. I go, he has a nice face. Yes, I believe him. I don't know. You know, it's interesting. I've been watching this videotape series that I have. I think it's called The Presidency, and I'm sure it was originally aired on PBS or something. And you know, it's about the presidents, and it's the history of the people that have lived in the White House. And what's fascinating to me is that every president, particularly the old ones, they all have left behind letters that say somewhere in them that they hated it. Just hated it. You know, they all say they couldn't have been happier to get the hell out of there. And that, you know, one of them said they wouldn't wish it on their worst enemy. The only one that I've heard them talk about so far, and I'm only a few tapes in, but the only one that I've heard them talk about so far that said he liked it was George W. Bush.
Boo.
I mean, it doesn't make him a good or a bad president, but I do think it's kind of funny. Because, you know, they weren't really good years. And yet his reaction was kind of, well, it's fun. But I don't think he felt the burden of the office the way some people do. And that's not necessarily bad. You know, maybe it's good, you know. Maybe he was counting money and he just didn't do it. Could be. Alright, well, it's probably getting near time to go. I can't.
Oh.
I have no idea. No? Well, what time did we start? We started. It was more like 6:15. Yeah. That must have been hard for you guys. No, because in your heads you were saying to yourselves, well, then she might go till 8:15. We're never going to get to bed. Well, so what time is it now? 7:30. Is that right? Oh my God. It's about, oh, thank you very much. This is Allison. She's in charge tonight. Last time I was here, she had a different role entirely. What was your role the last time, Allison? Before she did sound, but now she's worked her way up. To what are you now? She's house manager. She used to be sound, and now she's house manager.
Woo!
The backstabbing that must have taken place. I don't know if you ever saw The Other Bolin Girl, but apparently it was something like that went on for Allison to crawl her way. Allison, your job is to push people back into their seats. I can't even imagine how badly that guy must have needed to pee. Because, I mean, he's like right there where I can't help but see him. And then Allison was standing right there. So the conversation was already headed in that direction. And Choo Choo Charlie's right behind him. And he saw what happened there. He must have been dying. Like, he's beyond. Like, I bet you if you were to if you looked at his thigh right now, there's fingernail marks. Probably like bite marks on his hands and stuff, right? Wow. Oh, what's that guy's name? The guy that left. You don't know him? You guys just got seated together? How odd. You're not willing to say, you're not like her. She was shouting out like his social security number and stuff. Giving out pin codes. But you, not you. You're not gonna tell me a thing about that guy. I'd tell you something. He's not coming back. There's no way. Do you live here and wherever we are? No, you don't live in Sellersville? Where do you live? Who? Burrsboro? How do you spell it? What, have you had a pact about how you're going to treat outsiders? No fucking wonder the Amish stay away from you. Birds? Like birds? Like, and then burrow? That makes it sound like there was a place called Birds, and then it was so packed that, you know, that people had to move outside of that to the borough of Birds. Birdsboro. I wouldn't even want to write that on my envelope. That's why I kind of mumble it like that. Birdsboro. Birdsboro. What a beautiful name. Guess Peepertown was out of the question. Hey, I didn't know I was this close to the factory, by the way. I saw it when I was in the airport. I didn't know this was the home of Peeps, or I would have come sooner. This was your big season. I don't know how that ever became synonymous with Easter. You know, I mean, although I'm an atheist, I was raised in the Methodist Church, and I went to, I went to Sunday school and vacation Bible school, and I never read the Bible cover to cover, but I've read parts of it, and I certainly get the broad strokes. And I don't remember Jesus mentioning marshmallow. Certainly not in a chick shape. Have you ever been to the Peeps factory? You ever make the drive in from Birdsboro to the Peeps factory? No. You hate Peeps?